I think it's better for us to start early, anyways.
Well, we should just sit here frozen for the first 6 minutes, like not respond to anything.
Oh, like it's the.
Send us your video from your streaming software to go live. That's not how I've always done on YouTube. It's always been like.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Like I'm not disagreeing with you. It should work that way. I just don't know why it does work that way on my computer.
There's got to be a way to do it, right?
Oh, totally.
I think it's in the setup.
Again, I'm gonna go back to my statement that your computer fucking hates you.
Dude, we are live.
Are we live?
We are live.
Sean's computer hates him.
He fucking hates me.
If you're here now, this is free content.
Free content.
The
You're
real
getting
content.
3 minutes.
Speaking of that, did we turn off our monetization thing so it doesn't?
I did turn off the monetization thing. So long as
'Cause we love
JP
you.
didn't refresh it, it should be fine.
Darn you.
You didn't?
JP.
You may check it.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I'll show you something real quick.
Live. I just want to get the live.
JP, that's your peener.
No, it's not even like.
Yeah, I don't know. That's how it always does. Weird.
Good morning, everybody. Don't worry, the sound is going to get better. This is not the real stream yet. We're 5 minutes. They said the sound's crazy low, guys.
It's looking like it's coming in fine.
All right, check it again, Johnny.
How's the sound now?
How's the sound now? Now. One more.
Here we go.
It's good.
Dumping the game.
We're trying to figure out our thing. You know, we're using a new system, so we're figuring out how to do the old, you know, our countdown like we used to do.
I don't know why.
It's coming back. Don't worry. We're getting it all back to
The YouTube side.
back to level.
We'll play around with it.
Man, everybody's here early. All the folks are here.
Yeah.
Is it on?
We got Greg, we got Matt, we got Mike, Murray,
You can. We'll
KC's Fantastic Voyages.
Figure it out this afternoon and figure out how to do it.
I think we're pretty good though in our sound, fellas.
Pretty good on the
Any
sound.
update on the anniversary celebration? I think, man, we were talking about
Remember.
No.
A date in November.
November. No, there you go. Bean
Something.
lambs.
I think me and Baxter, we didn't, obviously it has not been discussed amongst all of us, but he mentioned to me yesterday, he's like, man, we're just going to commit to November. So I believe we're committing to November. We're probably going to all talk today as a team.
It's cool. There's nothing going on in November. Like November's really empty. It's an empty time.
How's the third Thursday of November sound for all you guys?
No. Thanks anniversary.
Thanks anniversary.
And a giving. And a giving. I don't know. Yo, I got a new Squire CV Jazzmaster that looks like a comp Mustang. Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty neat.
That is actually cool.
We
Early
got-
start. We were late last week, so we started early today.
Yeah. We wanted to give you
know.
guys some bonus time because we were
Not boner time.
Whoa.
Bonus time.
peener time.
There's been a lot of talk about those kind of things lately. It's kind of like a,
That's right.
strange frat party or like a 13-year-old birthday party. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Tom Beanlem says the CV. That's classic vibe.
Classic vibe.
I feel like we all know that here, but just in
Yeah.
case.
Are you in?
They are good. They're good. They're very good.
Savivi.
Um,
Oh, dude, my slide fell out of my pocket
What?
last night.
are you
I
telling me
know.
we can't do the bit?
No, I know it's a bummer.
God.
Dude.
Dang it.
I
We'll talk about
I
my
was thinking
slide.
about it. I couldn't find my wallet this morning, and I found it. We were gonna do this thing. My slide actually fits inside of Johnny's slide. It was gonna.
It's like that, but perfectly.
I guess we're just gonna have to
Yeah,
do
I
a
don't know.
slide video.
We found it funny. Listen, this is, hold it up, Sean. This
Hold
is
it
from
up.
our pal, the Feel Button.
The liquid slide.
The Liquid Slide. Who is
Liquid-
also a Sean, by the way.
Whoa.
Also, your amp is coming. I went straight to the top. I called Granville because I felt like your amp should be here. And I do believe there was a bit of a fall through the cracks, maybe on the other end of things, of the order. But it's Granville is hurrying it up for me, so we'll have it soon. So don't worry.
It's being taken
Sorry, it
care
wasn't
of.
quicker because it should have been quicker. When you called the other day, I was like, oh, that should have been here.
Yeah.
So I don't really know where the fall through was, but anyways, it's coming. It's coming
happens,
quick.
But we're gonna make sure that you get it.
And Mr. Granville himself.
It's nice. No, it's like these things happen. You know, we're all human.
Well,
We're all human, sort of.
some of us.
Some of us.
Some of us are human.
Are we talking
But,
about lizard people?
You guys ever slowed down the video and seen Sean's eyes? I love those like compilations where they're like it's all like newscasters and like, I mean, you know the royal family, they're obviously lizards.
I mean, you're not wrong.
We
They
could
are.
we could go to the rabbit hole, but we better not.
We better not. For
Our
your
overlords
safety.
might be watching. My God. But seriously, these are great slides, man. I know Uncle Larry was talking about these.
Yeah.
I don't know that the liquid inside does anything. But
Sure
I wanna
looks
feel-
cool.
It looks super cool. They fit great, like or at least on my big old fat fingers, my old meaty appendages.
Meaty claws. As Ned says,
like
your
this
meat popsicle.
My meat popsicle. I like the little rounded tip. I like that the tip's so round. It does seem very wide, but I like it.
It's been a very phallic start to the day.
I don't know why. But so now here's my top three. Top
Yep.
3 slides. This thing. This is in no particular order. The Star Singer. I kind of want to order the large of the Star Singer because I
Yeah.
really like the medium. I think the large would be even like apparently it's meteor, so it's going to sound a little different. So I might try that too. And then you got the good old faithful, the mag
Next
slides.
slide.
Now rock slides deserve an honorable mention. Sean's been using.
Well, oh yeah, I've been using the AP.
How do you say it? How do you say his name for real when he says it?
WRL. Pose.
I always feel like I'm going to say it wrong. I'm like, all right, but you know, because I want to say Ariel.
Actually, one of his friends was in the shop just the other
Mr.
day,
Seth.
and I almost looked at him and said, "Hey man, what's hanging?"
That ain't working.
That's the way you do it.
Um,
Yeah, dude. No.
get a blister on your thumb.
Whoa.
No. Whoa.
Whoa.
But anyways, I like my rock slide still. I used the rock slide glass one for a long time.
Yeah.
And I still got a bunch of them laying around the house.
This brass one I've used probably the longest out of any slide. Like I usually will do a slide for a few weeks and then I'm like, whatever. This one I've used a ton, but the mag slide you gave me I use at home a lot. It
I
sits
need
on my
to
desk.
bring you to let you try because I like it. It's got a neat sound. I've got an aged nickel rock slide that I think is the same size. It fits on my ring finger, but kind of barely.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the dome, like the rounded top.
Yeah.
But it's a neat slide, and it's the age thing like makes it kind of raspy sounding.
I think we should do. So, fun stuff coming up. New videos, September 1. Get ready. Bunch of great stuff. But with our new videos, this is me planning in the moment here. I think it'd be kind of cool if we sat down, conversation style, talk slide. You have a ton of experience to where I am a fleshling in this world. I'm just starting.
Just me struggling through to be mediocre. I think that's the problem. For a while there, it was easy because nobody plays slide. So if you played any little bit of slide, it was like, oh wow. Now everyone's amazing. You're like, damn it.
Did you? I sent you that video last night of the guy talking about Derek Trucks.
Oh, the Marvin
like-
guy.
yeah,
I
he's like-
don't know if you guys have followed that guy.
He's
but
hilarious.
He says he's like a jazz fusion.
Something.
Whatever. His playing is actually fine. But
I feel like he's goofing on it.
his rage bait is amazing because
is
he just says stuff to piss people off. But yeah, the thing about Derek Chucks was pretty hilarious.
I just want to pull it up and read because it's captioned.
He was not he wasn't like shitting on Derek Trucks. He was just saying
No,
the slide bros. He's like, you need to listen to someone else. And there's some truth. Honestly, the Dylan Adams guy talked about that. He's like, you know what? He's like, I just try not to be he's like, as much as I love Derek Trucks.
You got to throw the vinyl in the trash. You got to burn the YouTube history. And for the love of God, stop rewatching that clip where B.B. King basically tells his wife that he wants to bang him while John Mayer looks like he's about to pawn his guitars. It's great. Yeah, no. Marbin.
Yeah, Marvin official.
I don't even follow him yet. I'm going to follow him. It is hilarious, though. And I think it is something that we could all maybe learn a little something from. You know what I mean?
We could maybe learn a little something from it.
We got to take our time. But I think we sit down and we talk slide. You know? We have a little
And
sloppy slide.
I got
talk.
like 20,000 slides. Not really, but I got a lot of them. So
Would you guys want to hear sloppy slide talk?
sloppy slide, and then we'll play sloppy slide. all the good old overtones.
And we just kind of like you bring all your slides because this man has a metric.
I did it one time. I bought this whole giant ass tray, and then we just never got around to the video.
Oh, we never did the video.
We never did the video.
Well, we're gonna do it.
I had
now.
it here
We're
for like
gonna do
weeks,
it,
and we were like,
and
we're gonna
do
it.
like
we never
a
did the video.
conversation, guitar on both sides, mic'd up, and we're gonna do this. That'd be fun as hell, dude.
I mean, because like somebody said, we all know Baxter's the king of slide. Is Baxter the king of slide?
It'd be funny if secretly
God.
he was like just a badass.
You son of a. He probably is.
I think.
Disgustingly so.
I didn't realize this till yesterday. I was thinking about it. It's like, man, I don't think people know the quality of guitar player that Baxter is, even just from like his demo work and stuff. I think you see that and you're like, oh, that's what he does. But if you see him play, he's got some tricks up his sleeve. You know, he's a little.
He's a pretty amazing.
He's
player,
a Weasley
to be
fella.
fair. He is a Weasley, but he is also pretty amazing.
That's right.
Somebody said they got the ceramic. I think maybe Will Doyle said the ceramic rock slide. I got one of those.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I wanted to love it more than I did.
What was?
I got a lot of. Ceramics probably my favorite. I got a lot of ceramics, but
what happened to the one that you? What was the one that you broke at the Ryman show before the Ryman show?
that was by a company, a guy. He's just one dude, I think, called the Rocky Mountain Slide Company.
Yes.
Those are great, dude. I've still got a big fat one of those, but I keep it on my desk at home and use it because
crazy to me the texture of that setup.
well, the inside was awesome, and apparently his different colors have different. Like some of them, he tries to do the whole bone slide thing where it's raspy.
Yeah,
that's very much an acquired thing, right? And I think it has to be on the right guitar. I got that old Joe Perry ceramic, the boneyard slide, whatever they called it, the Dunlop made.
Yeah,
I got the Taylor wood slide.
To me,
it's kind of a poor slide, I think.
I think it's a little below mid.
But now listen, he's my friend, but also student, Daniel brought in. He bought some kind of like polished wood thing from Etsy, and I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was already judging. I was like, what a piece of shit. And then I played it, and it was actually really, really cool. I was impressed. So I was like, maybe wood could be okay.
Yeah, wood is not out of the discussion, is what I'm hearing.
It's not. I don't think anything's out of the discussion. Somebody said Danny Gatton. If you've never seen Danny Gatton do the thing where he plays the full beer, and then he goes all over the guitar, and then he plays the guitar with the rag while he cleans the neck off. You ever seen that shit?
I have, yeah.
That's kind of awesome.
It's pretty dope.
I mean, it's kind of cheesy at this point.
No, I think it's pretty cool.
I mean, I play with beer bottles. I play with little like whiskey glasses and all that stuff.
I think there's a level of showmanship to stuff like that. That it is your confidence in doing it.
That's the only reason I used to do it, like in Nashville.
He
stuff.
had so much confidence doing that.
Dude, it's hard to play with a full beer bottle.
It's hard to play with a damn empty motherfucker.
You seen the guy, the dude on? There was a guy that went viral in Nashville. Pretty big hoss of a man.
Oh yeah, and he did the.
Well, so what I used to do is I would take somebody's beer from the crowd, chug it, play slide, because it's hard as crap to play with a full beer bottle, and that was just kind of like the stick. I mean, only somebody who was like wanted me to do that, you know what I mean? But that was fun. But now, if you leave a little bit in the bottom to give weight, that's your best beer bottle slide playing, in my humble opinion. But you got to find the right bottle, because some of the bottles, the glass is shitty.
Sucks. Or the fucking label gets in the way.
And it's got to be one with the labels out of the way. That's right. Like in the spot.
I made that mistake one night.
Oh, God.
And I felt like a dumbass. I was like, you idiot.
I don't like the Coors bottles on slide. Budweiser makes a better slide, it turns out. I don't know. Let's see. Ned says, once you guys posted a video about slide setups, but not any playing tutorial. So I commented on link how to play slide by the Goo Dolls. But I don't think anyone ever knows. That's kind of nice.
I think we should definitely do a little lesson action. Not lesson, but, like a discussion mixed with a lesson and maybe just talk and slide.
Just how we think about it.
And then if sloppy slide talk does well enough and you guys enjoy it, then maybe we'll do another one if it makes sense.
It's funny, right? Because there's plenty of better slide lessons. We actually there's a couple slide lessons on this channel.
Yeah.
There's a couple on my defunct channel that I never post to anymore. I think I'm gonna go back to posting on my channel. I had a break. I was a little burned out. But now we've taken a break too, and I think I'm ready to post some more things. But anyways, so you can go watch those if you want to. But
I think it's a great place to learn slide techniques because I've used the videos.
Well, slide is just such a funny thing, right? Like it's such a different thought.
Yeah,
it's just kind of fun, and like the Like I saw somebody mention my hat in the comments, the old Red Clay Strays. I went to see them this past Friday in Wilmington. I was pretty fucking blown away. Like they're great.
Not
Like
too
they're
bad.
awesome. My son was super into them. I was too. We both were. So I was pumped that he was into a band that I really liked. He'd never been to like a real concert like that. So we got tickets. We went, and they might be. This is maybe controversial, maybe not.
Here it comes.
They're the best band. And what I mean by that, right? I feel like even if you go see like Jason Isbell.
Yeah.
Jason Isbell, he's the songwriter. And then
That's
there's the
the guy.
band and they're supporting him and the songs are great. And I'm not taking away from anybody's parts what they're playing.
Yeah.
But it kind of has that vibe, right?
Yeah.
When you see the Red Clay Strays, the guy singing, Brandon is his name, it does feel like he's young Elvis or Johnny Cash. But when you see him in context, right? You're like, oh, this is a band. Like if you took away anybody's part, any of the guitar parts,
Yeah.
the drummer's badass,
Yeah.
it kind of ceases to be a thing. They don't feel like they feel like a
unit. Yeah.
And I was like, man,
That's pretty cool.
it is in that way. It's very like Leonard Skinner-ish.
Well,
you know?
to me, that's what a band should be. Like a band shouldn't be just like a dude. Like that happens a ton, and that's fine. But whenever you're talking about a real band, like a solid band,
I mean, they feel like a band.
it
You know?
should feel. And there's got to be an element, I think, of chaos meets everybody trying their absolute best on that stage to drive that train. And it sounds like from your experience, what you were telling us about, they were pretty much on top of all that,
I think
and
they were on top
everything
of it.
was driving.
But a lot of slide guitar is
Yeah.
really integral in those songs. And it's just I was just sitting there thinking about it. There's times when I think they're both playing slide.
That's pretty cool.
You know how hard it is to both play slide and play it in harmony and actually be in tune?
And not sound like dog shit. Even if you are, and even if everything's landing right, if you just miss things by a hair, it could sound really dumb.
There used to be some joke that people would tell in Nashville about like how do you get how do you get some weird? It was some weird harmony. I can't remember what they would say, and they'd say you have a fiddle and a steel player playing in unison. Because
Nobody's in tune.
right? And it was like I don't know. I can't remember what exactly it was, but I always thought the old dudes would tell it. I thought it was pretty funny.
Well,
I had to tell a violin player one time to not play the intros to these songs, like on the Dexter Robert stuff, and
Listen,
he got so pissed at me.
we
But I was
watched,
like, man,
we rewatched that Jason Isabel documentary,
bro.
and she's over there playing that fiddle, and she plucks that thing next to his head, and he's like, could you please not play that? Like just one time, like dink. He's like, hey, I'm gonna need you to get that fiddle away from me if it's gonna be that loud. I can't even think.
I can't even talk about that fiddle because I feel like I'll say some things.
Dude, me and Skylar watched it, and she's sitting there, and she was like, is this not good? And I was like, are you seeing?
Listen, that is a
You're
fantastic
seeing.
point. How much stuff do you think the general public says this is amazing just because they feel like they're supposed to? Like Jimmy Vaughn.
Brother.
Sorry, I shouldn't have even said it. But no, but back to Amanda Pearlshires. I often
Full name, bro.
I
Damn.
often feel like it's a very dry, not pleasant fiddle sound. Like when I hear the live stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
and watching that, and like Skylar was actually, I was using her more so as my ears. Because I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm just being judgmental because sometimes instruments like fiddle or the banjo, sometimes slide guitar, even harmonica. These are instruments, in my opinion, that can very easily outstay their welcome, very easily blow a little too loud. Saxophone, we were talking about this the other night. Every song should not have a saxophone break. You know what I mean? Every song also shouldn't probably have a guitar solo either, but guitar solos can be dope if done right. So, all we're saying is, no, some people ain't that good.
No.
I don't know. I want to park the car there because otherwise we might get into some dangerous territory.
Murray's saying the Jimmy Vaughn shots fired. I'm mostly kidding about Jimmy Vaughn. But it is funny, like some people revere him so much, and then you'll read comments and they're like, I don't know.
Mayor McCheese says I probably don't like bagpipes, kazoos, or the accordion either. It's not that I don't like these instruments. It's that, as Chelsea would put it,
They got to be in the spot.
yes,
They got to be in the pocket.
exactly. Sweet Chelsea Davis says, Sean, you have
In
a
the
producer
pocket.
brain. Whenever you use your producer brain, you're like, less is more. You plug things in the right place, you might get some magic.
I'm putting my cup away so I don't beat it on the table anymore.
Damn it, Amanda Shires.
Amanda Pearl Shires.
Full
I'm
name.
sure it's amazing. I'm sure it's amazing. Matt
But-
says in the 80s, every song had a sax and a guitar solo.
Maybe that's...
You're not necessarily wrong.
It was legendary.
You're not wrong. I mean, almost any instrument in the right amount
It's
done
too much.
well.
Oh.
Well, done well in the right amount.
Yeah.
Can be right.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can have too much. You can have obnoxious guitar. I mean, you
Dude,
just can.
The harmonica solo on What's Love Got to Do With It on the DX7. That's a horrible sound, but it sounds great in that
Well,
context. You're like, whoa.
Harmonica is one of those things where it's like, it can be amazing,
Can be.
but I'm gonna dare say, the majority of the time, people ruin it because like they just don't know when to like some instruments. It's okay to just be like,
Yeah, hang.
take a break, fold your hands, like that. Now, there are amazing like I probably mentioned his name before. There's a dude named Isaac Corbett down in Jackson. I guess he's still in Jacksonville, Florida. Probably the best harmonica player. I mean, that dude is amazing. He and I are, I had the delightful pleasure of playing with him quite a few times. And God, he's just. And then sometimes you see somebody play out a harmonica and you're like, oh God. And I probably had that thought the first time. And then he starts playing. I was like, whoa. Yeah. Breath of fresh air. Everything's right. Tasteful. Can like shred your face off.
Yeah.
But sometimes.
Well,
just lays back.
Let's take a band like Blues Traveler as another example of this, right?
Yep.
Why do you think harmonica works in Blues Traveler? And I'm not much
he's got
of a
to sing
fan.
sometimes.
Exactly. Exactly. The harmonica literally has to shut up so he can talk. That's what I'm talking about. And it works because you're like, okay, you get a moment of harmonica, and then it's gone.
And there's a couple of good singers like that. People are talking about people who can play harmonica who are actually great harmonica players. Steven Tyler's kind of a great harmonica player.
I've heard some really great harmonica players, especially whenever they're using the kind of like champ setup and stuff.
Right.
They're like blasting through that whole mix, and it sounds great. But it really comes down to knowing when to hold back and when to go, when to blow. You know what I mean?
Sean, apparently my wife needs me right now. So you keep streaming.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
Okay, I'm going away. I'll be right back, though.
Do it.
I almost just answered on live stream, but then
That could have been cool. We could all be here together. I want to talk about this slide guy, though.
Talk about it.
Okay, the meme dude that we were talking about. He actually did get in my head a little bit. He said, if you're going to do it, make your own voice with it. And I was like, yeah, I used to tell myself that a lot. And then I started to compare myself to other people and worry about shit like that. I think we can all do that. Let's not. Let's not do that. And let's just kind of run into this thing and find an avenue and say, I'm going to try this out. So, give me your burning desire questions on slide. What would you want to see in a sloppy slide video? Because I'm going to make sweet JP do it. My little goblin boy, he's going to get it down. Only harmonica playing, no vocals. You guys are stuck on these harmonicas. Let me look back here. Monster Mango Loco. It's the best pre-coffee morning drink in the world. Huey Lewis was really good on the news when I saw them live decades ago. Hey, did any of you guys watch that fucking Rick Beato video that came out? The one last night about UMG? Because I'm going to talk about that when Johnny gets back. That was nuts. Red Chill got a PRS. Chad, you're disgusting. You're filthy. Oh, man. Tom's talking about the wedding. It is. It is coming September 6th. And Rick is upset, but rightfully so. Did y'all see that? The UMG thing? He basically, all of his videos have been audited by UMG, and they've been sending him a bunch of, just countless, not necessarily cease and desist, but basically copyright strikes on his channel. And he has to pay a lawyer to go and, fight these. And he has been doing that. But the thing is none of them, he always wins. They just keep sending them, though. So it's just burning money. It's ridiculous. It's garbage. They will send me a takedown order because I said UMG. That is correct.
UMG
Have you heard about everything good?
My whole house, everyone was falling apart.
Uh-huh.
Elijah has to go to
Orthodontist thing?
dental surgery. He's got 4 teeth like they're supposed to come
They're
out, but they're
fusing.
like into his jaw fused, so they're not. So it's like scheduling, all that crap.
Dude.
But good times.
Well,
That's-
damn. We were talking about the latest Rick Beato video. Have you heard about this one?
Oh yeah, where he is
The
good
UMG
old
thing?
Universal Music Group.
Dude.
It's
kinda-
kind of sucks, dude.
Yeah, they're pretty shitty. I'm like, especially because it, like, how annoying would it be that you are literally doing promotion for their artist,
for their artist, because
and their
that's all
artist
it
is in the video, dude.
and he said about over $36
$36 for a short. I'd be like,
to take this man's channel down with 5 million subscribers. Like,
yes,
correct me if I'm wrong, because I am often wrong, but is not Universal the same people who like handled all the record deals after The Voice, the winners of The Voice? I believe that was
I
Universal.
think so.
Somebody look that up and check
I
me.
assume
Fact
so.
check me.
Yeah, I saw it was like $36. John, I don't think so much the issue is how much that money was. Or maybe we're on the same page. I'm gonna assume.
You're
But-
just saying it's crazy that it was only 36
Yes.
bucks. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. I understand if that video was. Well, I actually still don't understand it. If that video was making, hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it's not. It's
I
making.
mean, especially whenever you think like he's not just releasing these videos out for his own gain. Like it is promoting them to a younger audience.
It's
you know?
like a chronicle,
Yes.
of this music sort of history.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen the things like back in the day where the guys would go around with the little recording equipment out to the Appalachian, like finding all this folk like bluegrass kind of not winning bluegrass yet. These music, whatever you call them, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I feel like Rick Beato is like our modern day.
Totally.
That he's like, okay, you are the most legendary guys.
I think he's our modern day that, and I think he's also our modern day behind the music. I think he's our modern day. I mean, YouTube is the modern day MTV in a lot of ways.
in a lot of ways, right?
And-
but maybe better in a lot of ways.
Yes.
It's more realistically behind the scenes.
Totally.
So I looked it up. UMG was the record label you got signed to if you won The Voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when Adam Levine? I know the man's a visionary. He came out and said how he thought they were kind of screwing those people because they really handled it poorly. Like you can't think of one. You can think of American Idol winners early on who
Yeah.
had a career. You really can't think of a winner of The Voice in the same way because they I just don't know that Universal is handling things that's ever in the best interest of, because honestly in the best interest of their artists, like of Adam Duritz, the Counting Crows, his best interest is to let Rick Beato put out that video.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so
Because
I don't know. That just
people
kind of
are-
says to me.
Well, people know who he is now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they're like, oh, you get a whole new generation who can actually connect to the Counting Crows and say, oh, that's interesting.
Here's Sean Brooks says Synchrony gave me a $40 late charge because I didn't see I had a $2 balance on my Sweetwater card. Yeah, and this is the Roku react, dude. It's so crazy. Like because I'm an idiot. I'm going through the process of trying to create an actual home for myself that I own, and
Fool!
I am a fool.
Fool!
I am a fool. It is absolutely the dumbest thing I've ever done, probably. But the bank sent me this thing where it was like a card like that. That it said we were 30 to 59 days late on it on the credit report, and I had to provide a written explanation so they would like approve my loan so it could close. And I was like, oh, so I'm looking back, and it was like Capital One took over the card that my wife had. It was like to Kohl's or something, right? No balance.
I remember you telling me about
But
this.
when this happened, it was like Capital One took over, so the payment portal stopped working. Christy also had gotten somebody hacked it, made a charge. They reversed the charge. The charge went away, right? And then it was something like, I don't know, $50 or $60 where they then the auto payment got screwed up, and then the portal wasn't working because it was like a switch over and the app was old, but we didn't realize it. And it took all this time. Like the whole time we're calling them every day.
Yeah.
But it still got put on my credit as, oh, you didn't pay this thing for 30 days. And
Isn't it
as
funny?
soon as they fixed it,
Yeah.
it was paid. And so now here I am. They're like, well, maybe you could have a house But you have to explain this one time when Capital One screwed up and you know you weren't able to give them money.
Isn't that
I
funny?
just don't understand it.
They don't go and hound Nobody
No.
hounds Capital One.
Why weren't you guys able to accept payments?
Yeah.
Nope.
What the fuck,
Yeah.
dude?
No, it is. All that to just bitch and say I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Has
you know.
Casino Guitars ever been hit by a copyright strike? Yes, we have.
We have.
On a handful of occasions. Even in times where Jonathan literally is just playing the guitar line. Like, it's not the song. You were just playing
We
the
got
song.
dinged on, if I'm not mistaken, on
Guns N' Roses,
The
right?
Guns N' Roses. Had that Jessica Les Paul.
Yep.
And I played a. Yeah,
And I mean, he just played, like, it was not like...
No,
this
the
was
track
not
wasn't
note
playing.
for note. It's fucking
No,
Jonathan
it was,
playing the song.
Yeah.
Gone, yeah.
It's
It's
crazy.
I did a private live stream to our members only one time. This has been a few years back when I was working on guitars a lot more. And I was just working on guitars, answering questions, bullshitting for like 3 hours. And I had music playing on my phone off to the side, right? Like, you probably couldn't even hear it through the damn computer. Whenever I came in, that was on like Saturday night. I came in on Monday morning. Derek, who was with us at the time, said, he's like, yeah, we got a copyright strike for that. He's like, so I just took it down. He's like, we're good. He's like, we're not in trouble. He's like, but you just can't play any music at all. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, even if you can't
it is
tell that
funny,
it's being
right?
picked up.
It is really funny. I got a copyright thing one time for one of my own songs that was on beat, which is not, no one cares about my song, but it just pinged it. The system pinged it. Edward Marks says this is lawyers trying to protect the company assets and collect every penny possible. They have to pursue tiny claims to set the precedent for pursuing bigger claims, all trying to protect a downtrending business model. I sort of get that, but there's also like there's the argument to be made for fair use, you know,
Yeah.
like when you're either teaching or like promoting a work. Plus the other thing, right? I'm fine if they find out that song is there and then they get the revenue. Cool.
Yeah.
Everyone who makes YouTube videos is fine with that. No one's complaining about that, really.
No.
Because, sure, fine.
That's
absolutely.
your song, yes.
But what we're complaining about is saying this was a copyright violation because 3 of those,
Yes.
your channel gets removed.
And you're,
You know what I'm saying?
you're
We're not
totally
talking about... There's
fucked.
plenty of videos we've done knowing
Yes.
the money was never, any monetization. And again, like Rick Beato, if Rick Beato's video was $36, imagine... what some of our, we're not talking about tons of money. We're really not, but just to be able to put them out is just like
Yes.
you're supposed to be able to cover a song and release it. Like you can do that all day long. Now the royalties for the writing part of that song are going to go to whoever the songwriters were.
Yeah.
But anybody can put out a cover once it's been put out.
Yes.
Um,
And I think too that with whenever it comes to that fair use thing and splits and stuff, there's not a single YouTuber out there that would not say, yes, they could have this much of a percentage of my video's revenue automatically if I'm using any likeness of their song in it. So long as they don't get a copyright strike, and they still are able to collect some of the revenue because, holy fuck, they're doing all the legwork. They're literally promoting your music.
Brad VC says Beato is making millions off of YouTube. He's not a martyr. And I agree with that. Like
agree with
he's
that
not
too.
a martyr. He is making a ton off YouTube. But he's making millions because I think he's doing a thing that we all want.
Well,
And I'm just saying, like, do we not want him to be able to do that? Like, because I think, and I don't love all, I like Rick Beato. I don't watch all of his content, but I love most of the interviews.
Yep.
Like, I'd like that to keep going.
And I was going to say, it's easy to, and I think we all will put him in that place of saying, like, oh, as a martyr, without saying it, right? Like we're doing right now, talking about him primarily. But he is the biggest, right? And here's the cool thing that I think he is doing. Being the largest in this, let's use Taylor Swift as an example. The largest in pop music right now. I think we could all agree on that.
Yeah.
She has the biggest selling tours, the biggest
Right.
selling albums right now.
Hard to think of anybody that's topping old Taylor.
Rick Beato being in that same position whenever it comes to music YouTube is actually using his platform to say, fuck you guys. Because it's not just going to help him. If he's able to do something by putting this video out there, if he's able to do something with turning this tide over and fixing this shit, it doesn't just help Rick Beato. It goes all the way down the line. And then whenever I'm doing a fucking live stream and I'm working on guitars and playing music to the side and talking to people, even if it is about the music or not, we won't have to worry about losing our channel. We won't have to worry about Jonathan teaching a lesson about a song where he's going to show you how to play a line. Like, it's the tide that rises all boats, you know? Nobody's here nobody here has Rick Beato's cock in their mouth because this is all for Rick. It's all of us, you know? It's everybody. It's you guys being able to see this and actually enjoy it, too.
I mean, Rick could just quit tomorrow, and I'm sure
He
he's
could.
set. Like, money-wise, probably. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean? If you know anything about Rick Beato, you know that he is a co-writer and producer on some pretty big hits that I'm sure he continues to get royalty checks for. But,
When I thought about this last night watching the video, he, as well as a lot of other YouTubers, it's easy to talk shit. I was thinking about it because, like I said, we've been prepping our videos, doing stuff. We've been shooting some different formats and stuff and trying out some different things. And I was like, man, no one is going to come. There's no production team. There's no television crew. There's no big corporation who's going to come down and tell us, hey, if you angle the camera this way and you shoot this and you say these things, this is how we're going to make a television show. And whenever you look at a Rick Beato, that's basically what he does weekly. He goes out and he does interviews in the style of 60 Minutes. You know, like it is to that level, but with none of those perks of having this huge corporation behind you. He's truly doing it fully on his own. Like, that's kind of insane that we live in a time where we do these things. And I think what we're fighting is this old system that has set up all of these precedents, that everybody gets a slice of your fucking pie. Don't worry about it. So that even whenever it's near about charity fucking work to be promoting your music instead of anything else, it's still them trying to figure out how to cut into that pie and say, fuck you, no, give me some of that.
well, I'm interested, like, the mayor, obviously, he knows about some of these things and always has a unique perspective. He says, you got to think about these laws outside of YouTube and the internet. We've been spoiled with fair use content for a few years, and now the other shoe has dropped. And then he says, you got to remember, it's not about profit. It's about ownership and controlling the narrative of the work. I choose who can distribute my work, not them. I guess my question to that would be, when the artist is sitting there with you in the room and you're talking about it and playing it, like in the case of the Counting Crows deal, like if I'm sitting here talking to Sean about his songs and we play his songs, he is controlling, like, who's putting it out. And again, when you play the song, even on YouTube, or when anybody plays the song anywhere, he's still getting the royalty unless he signed, unless whoever owns the publishing is getting part of that royalty. He's getting the songwriter royalty. You know what I mean? Like,
and how many people go and dig into that music afterwards? You know what I mean? Like, I always knew the Police and listened to the Police, but it wasn't until I watched Stuart Copeland and Rick Beato's interview that I went back and listened to every single one of the Police records. So let me ask you this, would you rather me never listen to a fucking Police record in full, or would you rather me go and listen to all of it? You get all of that, as well as me telling my friend, talking to you about playing it in the fucking shop.
Well,
me and Chelsea talking.
That's how that stuff resurrects, right? Like, when there was a point where, like, Stevie Nicks and like some Fleetwood Mac stuff kind of had a big comeback because it was a TikTok trend. You know what I mean? And like I understand you don't want everybody promoting your song, maybe, but like you do want people, like you want organically people to listen and think about your songs. And you, like, if you're an artist, like, I think the dream is that when you die, people are still dissecting the things you've done. Like, if you're the Beatles, that people are still studying the 280 songs you made, in 8 years, like in 100 years from now. Like that's kind of, like Beethoven, right? Like, we're still talking about Beethoven. People are still going to school to have a degree in Mozart. You know what I mean? Like,
Jonathan, Beethoven is not in control of all of that. Well, UMG doesn't have their dick in the back of it right now. They're not reaming the fucking monster.
I guess all I can see is Garth Brooks, right? Whose songs you can't get. Who's impossible to listen to,
and he's dying,
and he's faded. Like he went from one of the biggest stars in the world,
the best-selling country star of the '90s. Literally, he sold 100 million records. I don't know any of my students. Whenever I say the name Garth Brooks, that looks at me and goes, "I know who that is." No fucking clue, dude. No fucking.
Well,
clue.
think about how many big hits that like in my childhood were Garth Brooks songs that were constantly on the radio. That the only ones that maybe have kind of survived is Friends in Low Places from like people playing in bars. But I mean,
that's the only one, and I think there's a generation of people who have no idea who the fuck wrote that song. So
Sean Brooks is kind of killing me with the comments.
I
Don
just,
Henley and his lawyers like your word. See, I think Don Henley would do better if he let people like you know what I mean. Like, obviously the Eagles aren't hurting. Like, they're fine. You know what I mean. But also, is it about? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
mean, it is tricky. It all gets into to tricky things.
Well, and
you know.
Mayor McCheese said you have to give people the freedom to be an artist and not want to be popular or successful. That's fucking bullshit because they were popular and successful and they fucking dimmed out and they kept making records. Okay?
Listen,
I think they want to play
Yeah.
stadiums still.
Well, I had a college roommate once in my brief college career who got pissed at me one day because we'd sit down around the little quad, you know, and play guitar, and I would play guitar. And, you know, there'd be, like, girls coming around and hanging out and people hanging out. And for whatever reason, my roommate got irritated. Like, man, you just want to play for these people. And I was like, well, yeah. Because when I picked up a guitar, like, the point of it is I have this thing I would like to express. To me, the fun part is connecting with people through that. Not like some people say, oh, I like to sit and play for me.
Yeah.
And write songs for yourself. That's awesome. To me,
awesome.
It's always been like a communication, right? Like, if you're not communicating. So I don't know. I think it's and now I'm not saying everybody wants to make money, but it'd be nice to make money off the things that you created.
Well,
so I don't know. And again, there's so many facets to it, but it is like how do you discuss a thing or learn from a thing or appreciate a thing? I don't know. Like how else is it getting distributed these days?
Well,
So it's just kind of funny.
and it is sharing that joy of the thing.
It would be different if their label was out busting their ass to get your stuff shared, but they're not. The labels aren't doing that anymore. Like
Counting Crows, great example.
No.
They're not moving a fucking inch, dude.
now, Mayor Chief says, I want to be able to create art without giving a shit about money or popularity. That's not why I'm doing it.
Yeah,
Then
that's awesome. Good.
I mean, I don't see why anybody can't do that,
Yeah.
right?
And I think there's a lot of people who do that and they still have success with it. I don't think that success is ranged in the popularity of it. I think success is ranged in how well did you develop your vision, and then what do you see that vision being taken to? So, like, for me, the idea of success is access to better tools to be able to get across the vision that I have, you know? Like, that to me is what that thing is. I don't see it as being just this one-sided thing. I think that happens a lot. You hear people say, well, you should just do it because it's fun. Well, I want to be really good at it. And not just because I want to be really good at it because I want to be popular. It's because I take pride in it. You know? Like, and I think there's a lot of people who do fall into that range. The best people that I've played with, who are some of my best friends, all have that same thing. They're like, no, I want to do this, but I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to show up and just kind of, oh, well, I'm an artist. It's like, yeah, you are an artist. So fucking take pride in it and show up, man. And I'm not saying this to, like, come at you. I'm just saying that is my mindset on it is if you want to be able to make a living doing it, you figure it out. If you want to be able to ride the ride and take it somewhere bigger, figure it out. There's nothing wrong with any avenue of this. If you want to hang out and play at blues jams and never go outside of your house and stay in a shed and, like, track things and shelve them, do that.
I'm genuinely curious, right? Like, let's see. Somebody said, pour my songs out. And again, I'm just genuinely curious at you guys' thought process. Prince at the end didn't care how much he sold. He just wanted the music out there. Maybe so. Mayor says, I want to control my art. I don't want other people controlling the narrative for my work. I shoot down these videos just the same because I don't want the audience. Like, I guess I'm just wondering, like, what's the point of it being out there? Like, if Prince just wanted it out there, to do what? That's like the whole, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around, does it make it sound like, put it out for what? I think he wanted to connect with people. Maybe he didn't care if it made money, but I think he wanted it out there because he has this thing he wants to express, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that's what you're saying too, Mayor McCheese, but like, if you don't, like, what audience would you want? Like, because I think you can put it out there, and then it's like, what happens?
Yeah.
Happens. I guess I'm just like I don't know, because I'm just thinking like, okay, if I had a channel, grab some of my songs, let's say I died tomorrow, and then someone said, "Oh, there's this guy on this dumb YouTube channel in North Carolina. He wrote all these songs and they're okay. Let's talk about them." You know, these sort of mediocre songs. I think I would enjoy that because I don't know. The point of me writing the songs is that I kind of want people to hear most of them.
And
I just don't understand.
To build on what you're talking about with that too is to say, like, in that scenario, why did Prince still put the songs out then? Why was he putting the music out there? What was the point? Because he didn't care about any of that. So he should have stopped putting them out. He should have taken the records, set them on his shelf, and said, "Cool, I made the piece. The piece is done." Because that's being an artist. In that way that you're saying. Instead of thinking of... The way that I think about my art is there's multiple phases of it, you know? And I'm sure you're the same. There's the inception and the creation of that thing. Then there's the evolution of it to the point where you go and record it and you actually lay it all down. And then there's the next stage of that, which is the life that the song actually has. And
you hope it has on its own, sort of, right?
Playing it live, how does that change and evolve over time? You know, what do people take from it? Because that's the magic. I can write a song that's about... It could be about whatever to me. It could be about fucking drinking and low places and shit like that. And to somebody else, that song is about their life. And they have no context of that. It's that connection thing. But back to that main point of if you're cutting out that back half of it, then you just write songs and you chop them down like 2x4s and you stack them up in a corner of your house and it looks cool.
Everything,
you know?
there's a range to like the most extreme artist who like does not get, you know what I mean? And I'm fine. Like I'm sort of super okay with making the art you want and putting it out there and not giving a crap if anybody likes it or not. Like, cool, that's awesome.
That
like,
is awesome.
don't write songs to just cater to
people.
I mean, that's how you become a pop songwriter.
Yes.
Fine,
exactly.
Whatever. That's a different thing, you know. But now, Basil Tiffany said there are consequences to putting something out there. I agree. I think that's a really good way to put it.
Totally.
Mayor says, I want to find one highly committed fan and not 100 casuals. Too much of the wrong people make it hard to find the right ones. What if the one right one is in the 100 casual? I don't know. I also think there's this hipster mentality that if everybody knows about it, it's shit. And I don't know. I just don't know.
No, I think you're right. Well, it's like the Red Clay Strays.
They're kind of blowing up, but...
Is it to discredit them now
Yes.
because they've blown up? Somebody like McGee. Somebody like Kate Bush. You know? Somebody like... we go on and on. Trent Reznor. 9 Inch Nails. You go into a bunch of shit like that. And it's like... I don't think that any of those people have changed what they do to fit the mold of something. I think
it all just comes around.
They
people
find
their
just
audience,
like
you know?
it, you know?
And you know, again, if you write stuff, it's yours. If you don't want it on a video, cool. It's just kind of weird. Ned's Donut Shop says, my proudest moment of songwriting was when an old bandmate of mine recorded a cover of one of my songs in her album. That was a proud dad moment. That's awesome. I actually...
It's a killer fucking song, too.
I had some guys that I knew down in Marion, South Carolina. They were starting a band. They were trying to be original. And their first album was all my songs. And I was like, cool. I mean... I told them they could do that, right? But like, I owned. I mean, it's not like they owned the song. Like, I don't know if sometimes I think people get confused about how it all works. But those are all still my songs. But yeah, I found that as a compliment as well. So I don't know.
I think it is. I think it's cool as shit.
Imagine if the brand Supreme launched in Walmart. Would they've ever gotten so famous? Exclusivity, people want stuff that's hard to get. There's something true about that, right? But I don't think a band that's heyday was in the 90s is launching. We're talking about somebody like documenting what was a great time in music, what were great songs, what were great albums, and again with the primary songwriter. So I don't know. I just think it's kind of tricky. Are we talking about selling out?
Selling out. Yeah. I mean, and that is the difference to me. Because artists like Prince, artists like 9 Inch Nails, artists like... I'm trying to think of a handful of others. And I mean, there's a lot that we could go through. I think Jason Isbell, great example. There's a lot of people who, in my humble opinion, have not sold out. They might work in different avenues that leads them into success. But I don't think that success means selling out. selling out to me is, well, what's the trend right now? How do I change what I'm doing to match what people like, right? If tomorrow everybody started playing bass sixes, and then me and Jonathan throw down our guitars and we pick up bass sixes and we start wearing whatever the fuck and we start doing that, that's selling out. You know, I think you can still put things out, and if there is mass appeal to it and people like it, you just created your art and people liked it. I mean, what am I gonna do? Like, if I put out something and it blows up, I should walk up and shame people?
It's a different thing to put out your art and people love it, and you put out your art, but then they say, hey, you got to start wearing these like certain type of jeans, and you got to start doing your hair this way. Oh, and these songs. Yeah, no, let's do this thing. Let's lean into this. That's selling out to me.
This guy's going to write
But if you just get wildly popular, I think that's that hipster mentality a little bit again.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't like them because everybody likes them. They used to be great before they were discovered.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Totally.
It's cool. Mary Cheese saying the Swatch group let anyone promote them and they're dying. But I just don't think your intellectual property, like these songs, are the same as a cheap ass wristwatch. You know what I mean? Like a Swatch thing. I mean, I think a Swatch is like a, I don't know. Maybe at one point they were a high thing. I just don't know that they compare. Do you know? Now you can say guitars and watches. Yeah, you can. But I'm just not sure a song is the same thing.
Well, and it's kind of like it's. I love going to like art museums and stuff like that and seeing art, on the walls, seeing something that has the movement to it, like a whole, what am I thinking of? Not just a gallery, but my brain is fucking eluding me here with this one, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, you walk in and you're able to see all these pieces of work put together in a certain order that maybe gives you a flow and a feeling of the whole thing. Without those art pieces being displayed on that wall, and if they were kept inside, then I never get that feeling. I never see a piece of art and moved and go home and I write a song that influences me, and I think that is kind of that way of the universe in itself tapping onto things and doing shit that kind of just cascades and builds up. You know what I mean?
I think Sean Brooks has a good point. He says, I mean, you can be trying to put your art out there and also do something to make money on the side. I see so many movie stars, etc., say they do one movie to pay the bills and then one for them. You see that, right? With even big stars who then go do like an independent, like an artsy film that no one's going to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
The
like
Lighthouse.
Twilight and then,
fucking
right. That's true.
Great example,
That's kind of true, man. I can get that. Let's see. Matt says, here's the thing, though. None of the artists Beato talks about are artists who didn't want mass appeal. They all work to be famous and whatnot. Also, a good point. Including somebody like Don Henley.
Yeah, dude. You think those guys who came from fucking Chicago and wherever the fuck moved out to California and started writing country songs were doing it because, that classic Chicago country sound? No, motherfucker. They wanted it, dude.
No, and here's an interesting point. This is funny because I had no idea we were going to get into this today. But Mayor says, we all know songs we liked that then got used in commercials until you hated it. Well, I mean, the radio used to kill the fuck out of songs, too.
Yeah.
Just because you'd hear it every third song. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? But, here's the weird thing about that, right? I have some songs. This is just my own personal experience, right? I have some songs I think are pretty decent songs. I'll have people say, man, I love that song. In fact, I have one song that a guy comes out to little local shows around here and requests the song. Awesome. I've never made a dime off that song. do you know what I mean? And that's all well and good until your kid needs oral surgery and then braces, and you're trying to figure out, how to own a house, and the air conditioner's dead in one of your cars, so you really need to buy a new one. But you know what I mean? Like that's all cool until those things happen.
You're living on love. Don't worry about it.
I mean, it's just and I'm not saying throw it all away to afford it. I'm just saying, well, it's easy to say, oh man, I don't want to make any money. That's not why I create art. But someone said up there, it's hard to advance past a certain point if you're working a 9 to 5. Also, really, 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 really true. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's I don't know. It's just a funny thing. But I do think the people who have gotten huge, whether it's the Counting Crows, whether it's Don Henley, if they're thinking anything but like, thank God,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, and it's that feeling, the appreciation of knowing too at the same time that your music has helped somebody or is an art form that people have appreciated. You know, you saying that story about that, it was probably it's very fulfilling to have somebody who comes out and they want to hear that
Oh,
song.
it feels great.
And it's that moment.
It's amazing.
It's the connection, right? I'll tell you this. I've had that moment. I had that moment on stage. This has only happened 2 times, I think, that I can recall.
I got $2 residuals.
There you go.
Tom. Thank God, Tom.
Whenever I went, we were playing in the Violet Exploit. There were only 2 times this happened, but people sang the words back to the songs to us. And that was a moment where it actually felt like, damn, that fucking meant something. Like, that felt amazing. It fuck the money, fuck everything else. There's a moment where that person, they listen to that song enough, whether it's because they fucking just loved us or whatever the fuck, it mattered to them. And they found something within it to believe in and sing back. That's pretty fucking cool, dude. I don't care if that sounds fucking gay. I don't care if you think that's selling out. If that's fucking selling out, fucking, I guess I'm a goddamn sellout.
Well, I mean, I've done the stuff too where it's like, you know, I've gotten on a van or a bus and gone around and played songs that I kind of thought were not great because I got paid $350 a show. I've done that too. And hey, I'll still say that a shitty day playing guitar beats an okay day, you know, digging a ditch somewhere. Like, it does. I mean, like, you know, like, I'll happily play Wagon Wheel if that feeds my family. You know what I mean? But they're different things, right? Yeah. Like, the songs that I want to put out and the selling out, they're just different things. Yeah. So, you know, you can do both. But whatever. And then Mr. Soulstress says, jazz cats just don't give a fuck. They do it. Much respect. There is a truth to, like, if but also, I think if you, well, obviously if you're playing jazz, obviously if you're doing any of this, you're doing it because you kind of love it. Yeah. Right? Because it's too much of a pain in the ass.
Well, it goes back to the you want to be really good at it. Why? Not because
and again,
you're trying to
I'm
get
not talking
rich.
about like having a hobby of like buying pedals and like that's cool, that's fun. You know,
you want to be.
But if you want to, if you're beating yourself up to write songs and like put them out and going through the, you probably love it. So the jazz guys obviously love it. The chance of them just really getting world renowned, kind of small at this point. Yeah. But I think if you talk to most of them, if they had the chance to play bigger stages and have more exposure to that, like, sort of art form.
Their art form? Yes.
Hell yeah, dude. You know?
Well, it's like...
and how many jazz... Well, you know, like, I know a lot of jazz guys who are out playing pop gigs or they're playing random country gigs. You know what I mean? Like, who are great jazz players. But that's how they pay their bills. And then they do the jazz gigs that they probably lose money on.
Well, and this...
I don't know.
This kind of... I don't know why this has stuck with me forever in the back of my mind. Top Gear and the World Tour, right? Or the Grand Tour, not the World Tour. Top Gear, Jeremy Clarkson got into a fight with one of the producers, a literal fist fight. They walked. The whole crew went with him, and they started another show. Top Gear kept going with a new crew and everything, and they did the Grand Tour. And somebody asked him, they said, are you mad that they're still using the Top Gear name and, you know, making money off of you and all this shit? He said no. He was like, you know what I think I see? I see where there was one decent car show on television. Now, there's 2. He was like, and that to me is perfectly fine.
And that's the right...
Because
that's probably the right answer.
He loves cars. And he wants people to talk more about cars. And if there's more shows out there about cars like that, then guess what? People will talk about cars, and they'll get more into it, and he will have whatever that is, because that's his passion, that's his love, just like music is our love. Rick Beato interviewing artists and sharing their music to a wider audience, to me, that's love. Sting being this fantastic music, a fabulous musician at that, and the Police as a whole. Andy Summers, I didn't have an appreciation for Andy Summers until I watched his video where they talked, and it was like, damn. And I went back and I listened to all the songs, and I heard it, and I felt it, and I was like, wow. No, that is really, really great music.
Sean Brooks says, I'd be in a cover band. I just don't want to be the guy with the acoustic doing solo covers of Brown Eyed Girl and Mustang Sally. If you're playing Brown Eyed Girl and Mustang Sally, you got all sorts of issues. I mean, I had to take a lot of money. The occasional Brown Eyed Girl, I don't mind. But Mustang Sally is a hard enough for me. I tell you what, sometimes I enjoy doing the solo shows. You got to make the solo shows where you want them to be. Because I do a lot of those.
Oh, yeah.
And I make a fair amount of my living actually doing exactly that.
Making it what you want it to be.
You got to make it what you want it to be.
We got a friend, and his name is eluding me. He does Celtic music, though.
Trip
Trip
Rogers.
Rogers. Does Celtic music. He came in, he had played the rooster, and he's a bit of an older guy. He's been doing it for about 20 or 30 years. He came into the shop one day, and he was going to buy this guitar, and he was talking to me. He's like, he's like, man, I'm real embarrassed to say this. He's like, but I got a gig at Harris Teeter. And I told him, I said, man, I was like, who the fuck cares? Like, he was like, he was like, it just, it pays well, and it makes it so that whenever, March comes around, and he wants to go out and do those bigger gigs, he hires full bands. They go out, they crush it. They do a great job.
Because sometimes when you want to do that, you are losing money if you're hiring full bands. And so, like, you do those gigs. It's kind of like Jason Isbell doing the corporate gigs to buy the red eye.
He, and I told him, I said, dude, I was like, fuck that. I was like, lean into it, bro. And we talked about it because he had done like a post where he was showing it, and it was like he had like a kitschy thing about something about cold cuts in the meat aisle or some shit like that. I don't know, but I said, dude, I think that's badass. I think lean into it and make it yours, because it is up to you to make whatever that experience is your statement. And he does that by saying, it is at a Harris Teeter.
Listen,
fuck it.
Enjoy it. To be fair, I turned down the Harris Teeter gigs, but I was just like, I don't want to do it, but
and that's you making.
But
your
I do
choice.
plenty of places that other people would turn down probably, and I play what I want to play.
Yep.
And then I sometimes, if a certain crowd is there, I would go on a tear of songs that are probably like touristy, because I'll get them singing, I'll get tips, and it's not about really them tipping me. It's fun. It's fun when you're not background music for a bit and everyone there is in it, and at the end of the night, they're all sitting there, and when you're done, then everybody gets some leaves. Like, you can turn those things into shows where people are watching you if you want to. Sometimes, not always. It's not always possible, but like, it's fun.
It does happen, and it's like my friend. I don't like Green Day, right? I think Green Day is kind of kitschy and lame and dorky and shit.
Sean is right. This is gig versus show talk. Yeah, I mean, we talked about that. Remember? I forgot we did that gig versus show. And there's a difference.
Murray Williams says, "What is Harris Teeter?" Harris Teeter is a grocery store,
but they got a little bar, and you set up in there.
Mr. Soul Shred, you're welcome. No worries. What was the damn shit? Green Day. Don't like playing Green Day and stuff like that. Well, it's not that I don't like playing Green Day. I just don't care for Green Day. Chelsea, my friend who I've been playing with a good bit lately, she does a Green Day song in her set. She likes Green Day. I sit there and I play over it, and we'd have fun with it, and the crowd got into it one night at the wine cellar, and we had a fun time. Everybody's singing along and stuff like that, and I enjoyed playing the song. But because I hate Green Day, should I have been like, no, Chelsea, I'm not doing this?
It's hard for me to believe, and I'm sure they're probably just different personality types, right? But it's hard for me to believe anyone doesn't enjoy playing a song when everyone gets excited and sings along like that. And like, I've used this analogy before, and I've used it to my students. Like, when I was a kid, I thought watching baseball was the most boring shit ever. You know what I mean? Like, might as well be watching paint dry sometimes. But I loved playing baseball. And, as I got older, I enjoyed watching it too. But you know what I mean? Like, not every song that you hate to listen to is not fun to play. Like, there's some songs that I really don't ever want to listen to again that I think are really fun to play to a crowd. Yeah. So, there's that. Let's help out Jeremy Chapman. He says, should I take a cover band gig full-time in Branson Theater and quit the music store thing? Maybe. It depends. Like, does the music store thing, like, got any potential to, like, keep growing, have more responsibility, make more money? Or if it's just something you're doing to make money, then yeah, try the cover band gig. That's that. I think that would be kind of fun. Especially if it's something you're sure that you can do and there's decent money. I imagine it is in Branson. I think we got some other Branson folks here in the chat who could maybe give you some advice on that. But I mean, I kind of say go for it, man. So
yeah, I'm a firm believer. I see the Mighty Woodrow talking on cover gigs and stuff like that about the doors they could open and stuff. I think as a musician, it's pushed me. Now, what I will say is as you said, you were like, You make it what it is for you. For me, I don't feel the need to promote those gigs because I feel like they are gigs that I'm doing to help pay my bills. They're gigs that I'm doing. It's not about my artistic endeavors. It is me being an artist when I'm there. But we're just rocking, dude. So I don't think you gotta go overboard with them either. But it's your relationship to it. Go ahead. What you got?
Jeremy Chapman said it's the acoustic shop, so going nowhere. But then he says LOL, which I think is hilarious. We know those guys. Dude, I mean, I don't know. If you like everybody at the acoustic shop and you leave on decent terms, probably go back if you hate the gig brand.
Oh wait, hang on. He's one of the damn.
Is he one of the?
I think he's one of the brothers.
Is he one of the guys? I should
Yeah,
know
he's
that,
one of the
you know?
Chapmans. That's funny as hell.
So there you go. So yes, quit.
Quit.
Go ahead and quit.
Definitely quit.
Go ahead and quit.
I figured it was like a GC. I didn't even hear it whenever you said the name a minute ago. I was like, oh, I'm
well,
sure
that
it's
was
good.
it was yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't put it together until
that
you
is
said that.
badass.
I mean, listen.
No.
The theater offered me a gig.
I mean, you being at the acoustic shop, dude. I mean, they'll bring you back in once the gig's over. You can come back. And if they
We'll
don't,
speak for
you
everybody.
have
at
to
the
whoop some
acoustic
ass,
shop.
dude.
That's hilarious. Brad V says, I love playing in a cover band. I work a 9 to 5. Being in a cover band has done wonders for my playing and getting connections with local music community. Being in a cover band will make your playing a lot better if you're learning a ton of songs.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man.
Well, and somebody said, reminds me of that scene in Rockstar where he's working on the copy machine and they ask him, what's with the eyeliner? I'm in a band. I don't know anybody who is in a band who doesn't have a job. You know? I mean, I feel like we've managed to figure out how to get to a place where for us, our job kind of aligns with our passion and our love, you know?
Ned's got the answer.
Quit
Jeremy,
your
thank
band.
you for coming to our live stream. He's off. Ned says, quit your band, quit your job, be free, busk outside Aldi for car quarters. I mean, Ned did just quit his job, and now his wife's like buying a guitar to celebrate. So
What
that
the
is
hell?
Listen, is one of us going over to open that? Speaking of actual jobs,
I reckon
it's
I should go.
11:01. One of us has got to go open the shop.
They don't want this heat from me anymore.
You want me to go? I'll go.
I'll go, no, because I'm be off my damn rocker. They don't
Off
want
my
that.
rocker.
Off my rocker.
Didn't bring your slide. We didn't get to do our slide
I'm
bit.
kicking myself in the ass on that, dude. I thought about it all week, too. We talked about it every day this week.
Every day we've put Sean's slide inside of mine since it got here.
We have.
From our pal, the field buddy.
We have. All right. Let's see. My wife says it's okay. Show us your shirt before you leave. Sean Brooks, I feel like you're trying to get me into trouble.
The brand new.
JP's already shaking his fist at me. He's like, I can't believe you wore that fucking shirt.
Mayor called it slide docking, which is exactly what I said.
That is
yesterday.
exactly
great
what it
minds.
I want to
Think
say
alike.
before I go, if it seemed like I got crazy heated, I'm not. We're passionate.
We're
about
passionate
this.
about it. This is
Yeah, dude.
this is a good topic.
This is a great topic, and I love this.
This was our. I mean,
Yeah, because to me, this is what it should be. Like,
Well, and I
be
like
passionate.
hearing the other
Yes.
side of it. You know what I
Fuck
mean? Like
yeah,
I
dude.
like that the mayor and some of
Yeah.
you folks have sort of different thoughts.
That's right.
And it makes me think about it differently. Did you go to the North Carolina show? I was there with my 18-year-old son.
Okay, Sean Brooks is on and the cool side. It's okay. JP, get fucked.
Ouch.
No,
Man.
no, I did not go to North Carolina show. I didn't realize the tour was still happening. I thought it was over. Would I have gone? I don't know. I saw how much the tickets were, and I'm kind of like, possibly. But what I will say, and I will show you the shirt a little better in detail, because it is one of my favorite shirts. It's badass. I went to see them live in 2017, right before the incident. So I saw them in September of 2017, and then that shit happened in October. But I saw them in Charleston, South Carolina, and it was probably one of the best. It was the most inspiring show I ever saw. Made me come back home. I actually drove all the way there, drove all the way back with my buddy, and got an hour of sleep. Went to the mechanic job, and then that night went to a band rehearsal and was
That's
like,
a long drive, dude.
"This is what the fuck I'm doing."
That's what is that, like almost 4 hours from here?
Yeah, it was like 4.5 hours. Yeah.
We're one way. Kevin,
right.
I hate to hear that you got laid off.
Oh,
but I'm
dude, that
glad
sucks,
that you
man.
got to catch us live. I hope that all turns around for you. Greg says, I play all kinds of places around Branson area, about 175-ish gigs a year. I'll play Wagon Wheel every gig, but refuse Mustang Sally. I'm right there with you. That's it. God bless you. Yes. God bless you. Yeah, no, dude. The Mustang Sally,
It is a Pink Floyd type-esque experience, Sean
Mustang
Brooks.
Sally.
I was blown away. Their guitarist is really what drew me in. A lot of his mannerisms on stage and just what he puts into the guitar, I take a lot from, and that is something that's always inspired me. So JP's shaking his fist at me right now. He's screaming. You're gonna get us canceled.
He's like, cancel, JP.
Listen.
We're gonna introduce you guys
Sean
to JP
Brooks,
soon.
and you are the only ones who have ever heard anything about this band.
The thing about it, JP, is if we haven't been canceled by now, probably not gonna happen. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really to cancel. I mean,
not on purpose.
I am of the mindset like, yeah, the singer's a piece of shit, but I'm also like, I bought all the vinyls and CDs before I found out about this. So what do? Do I burn them with fire and say we should kill the motherfucker? It's like, I don't think that's gonna make him not be a piece of shit in the past. My take, but that's just me. This isn't a promotion. This is not shameless plugging either.
Sean, quickly, you got 2 minutes to tell him why we hate Mustang Sally. Is this a regional problem?
Oh my god, dude. It's a world problem. Are you kidding me? Mustang Sally. I've seen
It's the ride, Sally, ride. Right. And it's also everyone gets confused about the whole 16 bar thing. And it not being 12 bar. But that's whatever. You can learn that part. That's an issue. I mean, same thing with some Allman Brothers songs. But it's just so white.
They take that song. They take any song. Does it have any amount of feel to it and soul?
It's soul from the original.
They rip it out with their fist and they sling it on the ground.
I hate to say it,
on it,
but that's just, man. It's just not. It's just never. It's just cheesy. I don't know.
I think there's a whole generation of people that need to understand that the blues was not about perfection. It was not about.
Sure, it was. Jimmy Vaughn gets it.
It was like, go. It should be greasy, dude. It should be a little sleazy. Greasy. It should be dirty. It should be like, because it's the fucking blues. It's not the blues. It's like, what's his name? Chuck Berry said. He said, it's not the blues. It's the blues. You feel it. You're sad. Put some oomph into it, bro.
Give us some old Freddie King or some Muddy Waters.
Howlin' Wolf, brother.
That's
that's
my
thing.
The Kings.
Yeah. If we look at the landscape of blues music right now,
that's what's awesome about Eddie Ninevolt.
Yes. Yeah. You want to talk about a blues artist that deserves way more attention? Eddie Ninevolt is a blues R&B man.
But that's him,
through
that's
and
legit
through,
him,
dude. Like a shot of lightning, dude.
A man like him shouldn't be able to move like that, but he does.
I mean, seriously, that is the blues. Not playing it straight as hell and everything.
By the way, if you're near us, old Eddie's coming back to North Carolina here pretty soon. We got to hang out with him. Everywhere. He's in Wilmington, Green Lake Amphitheater, somewhere, Lincoln Theater in Raleigh, and somewhere in Charlotte.
You know what I think we do?
We go to all of them.
I think we go to all of them. I think we tag along.
We're love bombing Eddie,
and we just jump on and we vlog.
I already messaged him. I'm actually going to see Eddie here soon. I'll maybe tell you guys about that. Soon.
We should do some sloppy slide talk and some slide docking.
Eddie is the man. I feel like Eddie is the guy who you would be like, he never plays slide, but he's probably a sickeningly good slide player.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways.
I love Tom's comment that I'm getting the hell out of here so that y'all can wrap this thing up. Homer Simpson said it best. Go ahead. Play the blues if it will make you happy.
Listen, I love the blues. I love to play the blues. I like gratuitous guitar, sloppy playing blues. I just, I try to be a realist about it.
There's been a lot of things in recent memory that I think has been detrimental to the blues.
I don't know. I'm only spit.
Hey, you want to know the damn truth? This is where it started. This is where the disease started.
You're about to see me and Sean get in a fight. It's a fight.
The disease started here, and the rot kept going, baby.
Ooh, Leaf Larson says, I saw Kingfishers playing at Cat's Cradle in 3 weeks. I'd like to go see that.
Kingfish,
that's a bad man too, dude. He's Him and that purple Telly Deluxe. Woo.
Bad man, dude.
Woo.
I believe that.
You know? So, anyways. All right.
No way. Get bent.
Clapton earned the right to play the blues. Is that what we're getting bent about?
No.
I think the
No,
mayor's
oh
on
no,
it.
I wasn't getting
The
bent about
mayor's
that.
on it.
I'm not gonna say what I was getting bent about.
Oh, okay.
Jazz is stupid. Just play the right notes. No, I wasn't getting bent about that either.
No, that's kind of fun.
Beers in Wilmington. If you
Joe
come down.
Bonamassa is my generation's Coltrane.
Ned got it, dude. Dylan went electric. Blues went Caucasian. Yes. That's what happened. That's the problem.
It's not even about like total skin color, but it's just.
It did get white though.
But it's. I can't even.
The whiteification.
Now here's JP. Here's where we get canceled. I can't say all the things I want to say,
I can't
but
edit this. This is
he's like, I can't edit. It's live. It gets so much worse, JP. Don't worry. But yeah, no. It just. They call it Stormy Monday. It's that.
It's that.
that level
It's that.
of,
And listen,
you know.
we talked about Eddie 9-Volt, right? It's not necessarily a skin tone, but it is.
The band's greasy though.
It's a personality thing. Like
He's
Eddie
greasy.
talks about it, and like you see Eddie's
Greasy.
Instagram post, like I'm like, dude came from like
Greasiness.
he had to crawl out of it, dude. He crawled out of it. He said no. He's like, I am the man.
That's why I think we love Eddie.
Exactly, dude. It's about being legit, bro.
That comes through when Eddie plays.
That's right.
And not saying that you know you have to. I mean, like, you know, but there's just this attitude, and I sadly, God, I hate to even say this, some of that you just kind of either have
Oh yeah.
or you don't, you know.
And I think it's one of those things
but-
that I've been on a journey to figure out what my voice is and where that lands, and I'll tell you what it isn't in. It's not in that, you know. Some people got that thing, some people don't. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
What's that?
This okay. We're gonna read it. The way he feels about Eric Clapton, I feel about SRV.
Woo!
You're right. That's not good to say out loud. We're not gonna like sort of crucify you for that, but people will.
People will.
Because you think however you want to think.
You wanna
but
know-
Texas Blues is where it started.
I won't say this man's name.
I've told you before though that I got turned off by SRV by the SRV acolytes when I was learning to play. It wasn't SRV that I was like, SRV is amazing, but I got turned off to him for years as a young
people.
player because everybody who was like SRV only
Listen,
was an asshole.
The
So, you know.
fans can kill the well, dude. They can absolutely poison.
Well, listen, and here's the irony of this. That kind of rolls back around to the argument that you don't want just anybody promoting your shit. Because maybe I'm starting to see. I don't know.
I see it. I see it in that light where it is
You
like,
know?
but also
Maybe the mayor's right.
that's like that was out of SRV's control. Like, what is he supposed to do? Be like, no, guys, no.
I mean, how many bands are there like that when you go and listen to them, they're like, oh, okay, I get this, but the fans.
Oh yeah. Well,
Because Sean just said
Tool.
Tool is a good band, but then you meet the fans. I mean, you're kind of right.
well, whenever you meet a Tool fan, the problem is
God.
they immediately go, well, oh, okay, you just don't have a great appreciation for real music because you think other stuff's
The
good.
mayor says, feed the dark side, feed your anger. I mean, let it flow through you. God, I mean,
Fish.
okay, now I'm starting, damn it.
I mean, I get
I did not
that.
mean to have,
The-
I get that too.
The
I get it. It's a
problem
good
is,
point,
though,
well made.
we can't, like, it's out of your control to some extent, you know?
Tom wins.
Oh,
Tom wins.
dude.
Tom wins. On
Come
that
on.
note,
The
we'll
helicopter?
see you guys next week.
Jesus, dude. That's brutal.
Red Clay Strays, stay off the helicopters. Don't get on it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't get on there.
Yes, I'll explain what happened.
Yep. Dude, I know. I mean, we really can't stop it. Man, no, seriously, you guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us. That was a great stream today. Thanks for showing up early. Hit like, hit subscribe. New videos. We are shooting a ton of videos right now. I think we're aiming for, when do we say we're aiming for? September 1st.
Yeah.
There might be one out before then, just to tide you over in the meantime. But September 1st, lots of new content. So, love you all. See you soon.